The drama lies in Los Angeles, y'all, like it always does. I've been gone a long time, since late January. But I've seen everything. I'm paying attention to everything. I see what's going on, and I don't like it. Because I've said on this show back in August, or even before that, don't trade for Russ. Bad things will happen. I said that when they got Dennis Schroeder, put him on the bench, because if you put him in the starting lineup, you're going to have issues because he's an egomaniac. I've said these things that fall on deaf ears. Jeanie, you need to start to listen to me. Don't listen to Magic. Don't listen to Kurt Rambis. Don't listen to Pelinka. Don't listen to Phil. Don't listen to all the people that you have in your brain trust that don't know what the hell is going on. The Lakers are in trouble, and the reason why they're in trouble is because the owner has no idea who she needs to speak to, or she has no idea that she's the owner. That it doesn't matter what the brain trusts tell you. You have the final say. So when they tell you, hey, Jeanie, maybe we don't need to sign Caruso back because of cap penalty purposes. You're supposed to look at that person and say, was Caruso on the championship team? Did he start the game 6 that kind of switched that game around and led us to blow the Heat out and win the championship in the bubble? Was it that guy that started in that game? Yeah, sign him. I don't care what the paycheck is. I don't care what the penalty is. We're the Lakers. We don't care about penalties. We make that type of money in sock sales for the year. You kidding me? This is a team that's talking about pinching pennies and worrying about luxury tax when you just got over $100 million deal to rename your building. Just take off the staples and put Crypto Arena on it. This is the team that we're talking about that's penny pinching on a roster with 2 bona fide top 10 players that are in win now mode. You penny pinching? That's the problem. That's the problem here. And then you got Kurt Rambis, who's supposed to be the consultant for the coaches. Why? What has Kurt Rambis done in his career to get that title? Sit down with coaches and go over game plans? Have we seen Kurt Rambis coach at the next level, at this level? He was horrible. He was horrible with the Wolves, and that's why he never got a real opportunity again, because he was so bad. And then when he got to the Knicks and he had to fill in after that, he was even worse. But that's the guy you're going to trust to tell the coaches what to do? Okay. And then what else is the problem? Is that you always have to hire somebody from the inside. They have to be Lakers. They have to be Lakers. They have to have some type of Laker pedigree. Like, bullshit. Why does it have to be that? Some good coaches actually didn't come from the Lakers. Newsflash. Oh, it's a shock. Shock to Jeanie. Did Phil Jackson have ties when Jerry Buss signed his ass? No. He was a Chicago guy, wasn't he? Bulls dynasty. Ring a bell? Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. Yeah, you seen those guys on TV? That's who he signed. That's who he got to go coach his Lakers to 5 championships. Not, hey, we got to make sure that they come from Laker lineage. What does that mean? What does it mean? Coming from Laker lineage now, what does it mean? Nothing. Because you have guys like Rob Pelinka in the front office. You have Kurt Rambis that don't know what the hell they're doing. They're putting this roster together. That's putting all these old-ass pieces on this team together. Because why? You made the decision to go get Russell Westbrook. No matter if LeBron James nudged you in that direction, you chose to pull the trigger at the end of the day. And then Genie Buss, oh, well, I guess that's a good idea. No, it's not. Watch basketball. Maybe you'll understand what a good idea is. That's the person that I want to hear from as a Laker fan. Genie Buss. I don't want to hear from Rob Pelinka, who's going to gaslight me. I don't want to hear from Kurt Rambis, who never has an intelligent word to say. I don't want to hear from them. I want to hear from Jeanie. Because how a brain trust's supposed to work is that they say, hey, Jeanie, I think you should do this or we should do this, blah, blah, blah. Here's the game plan. Here's the strategy. They put out this big, nice spreadsheet of numbers and all this analytics and all that crap. And you can say, okay, that's great. But here's what we're going to do. And I don't care what you tell me. This is the final word. It's time for her to get out of the shadows of her father and stop living in that particular realm because she's not Jeanie Buss at all. So try to have your own identity. That's all you need to do. That's all I'd like to see is some competence from my owner. It's getting ridiculous. This coaching search, they're doing things so unconventional. Everybody else does it the right way. You have all of these candidates that you have these guys on a list and then you eliminate and then you have second and third interviews and you have a powwow and then you decide to pick your coach. No, not the Lakers. No, we're gonna go after people that are already hired. They're already coaching right now. Those are the guys we're gonna go after. Well, you have guys like Mark Jackson. Sam Cassell would be a great coach. Darvin Ham, I think, would be a decent coach. I don't think he'll be better than Sam, though. But Mark Jackson's my guy. He should not have any other job. And if I ever see another rumor about him getting signed or him being the next head coach of NBA Siberia, I'm going to lose it. If the Lakers lose Mark Jackson to NBA Siberia, what is there to root for me? What? That we can hope that Nick Nurse says yes? And then we got to give up more draft compensation to go get him? We don't have any picks. We're going to have to give up 7 draft picks just to trade Russell Westbrook. And his bum ass. Westbrick. And I hope he hears that too. As low as my podcast is on a totem pole, I hope he hears it. Westbrick. Bum. $42 million wasted. Another $47 million going to be wasted. Because he has delusions of grandeur. That he still thinks that he's this high-level player when he's not, and he hasn't been in quite some time. But this is the Lakers that we're dealing with now. Delusions of grandeur. Delusions of time past, of days of old when they were actually great. When they did things great, when they had smart people running the organization. When they had guys like Jerry West that they didn't ostracize and kick out of the organization. When he was actually building a winner. He was here. When Phil Jackson was left to be a coach and dominate with the great players that he had. It was Jeanie Buss that allowed him to do that. You see what's going on here? So the fact that Jeanie Buss is not here and we got this little gangly 1 championship since then, you think that everything is fixed and you know what you're doing? Any dumb owner can run into a championship as long as you got great players. That doesn't mean that you're a great organization. That doesn't mean that you're doing things great. That means that you just got lucky. And I'm a Lakers fan that can say that. Because what I'm seeing now is a team that has no idea what they're doing, and they're floundering. They're grasping at straws. They're trying desperately to keep LeBron James happy. And that's fine, but guess what? If you don't know what you're doing, how are you supposed to keep anybody happy? So I'm going to sit here and watch this whole thing unfold and pray to the basketball gods that my owner wakes up one day and actually has some sense.